This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories in the sport of kings. Imaging and Intervention Associates offers a full range of advanced imaging services, CT scans, X-rays, ultrasounds, mammograms, and more to support your health journey. IIA, located at 8 Ocean Boulevard, Waterfront, downtown Kingston, Jamaica. Coming up in this week's show, powered by IIA. The post position draw for the historic Mouttet Mile on Saturday in Jamaica. It's pretty clear why this colt is called Sir, as he outclassed his rivals in the Mr. Sensational Trophy. Also at Caymanas Park, California Crown gives champion trainer Jason DaCosta back-to-back Kaz Hoshay Trophy wins. In Barbados, Nostradasa becomes the 4th Derby winner in 5 years to land the Breeders' Classic at the Garrison Savannah. A smashing stakes win for Barbadian teenager Slade Jones in the saddle at Canada's Woodbine. And Jamaican jockey Rajiv Mirage wins Pulpit Stakes at Gulfstream Park in rare dead heat and disqualification drama. Plus the usual statistical update on Caribbean victories overseas, or opening story coming from Caymanas Park. The Mouttet Mile post position draw Tuesday. Some fans are already saying they've never seen such a stacked field for any ultra-rich race in Jamaica's history. The 15-horse field for the US $300,000 purse, by far record money in the history of thoroughbred racing in the English-speaking Caribbean. The defending champion and reigning horse of the year, Fun Khan Dunn, in the 1 box. Last year's runner-up Legacy Isle drew post position 4. In the 7 box is a 2023 Florida Derby contestant, Nautical Star, with champion jockey Radish Roman aboard. The brilliant filly Supernatural Power, the fastest horse over a mile in more than 5 years at Caymanas Park, is in post position 8. And the official race program Track and Pools is listing her as the marginal 3-1 morning line favourite over Nautical Star at 7-2. June's 2000 Guinness champion Sensational Soulless number 9, impressive recent Port Royal Sprint winner Ride All Day, now owned by the Cassiopeia group of ladies, including sprint great Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Ride All Day is in the 11 box with Javier Castellano, Hall of Famer and multiple Eclipse Award winner. No stranger to winning Caribbean big races, Castellano won the TNT Derby in 2013 with Big Man in Town. 9-time TNT champion jockey Brand Boodram Singh rides the 12-horse Unspun. The Jamaica Cup 1-2 finishers have outside draws. The winner Mojito in post position 15 and Carvana in 13. Digital 1 between them in the 14 box. A lot of eyes on Nautical Star, owned by One Guyana Racing, who captured the Sandalane Barbados Gold Cup in March, a top 3 finisher in 3 stakes races in the USA. And although he has not had a tune-up race in Jamaica, trainer Anthony Nunes is more than pleased with his smooth preparation and convinced he will be ready to show his class.
When he came here, he was, I'd say, 70-75% fit already. So he spent his 2 weeks in quarantine where he did nothing. So we had to kind of build him back again with some jogging for about a week or so on. But he hasn't missed a beat so far, thankfully.
What a race it promises to be. Now, a week ahead of the Mouttet Mile, one colt led the Future Stars in the Mr. Sensational Trophy for 2-year-olds. The undefeated 7-horse Sir Don with champion jockey Radish Roman up, a big favourite for the Jamaica $2 million event. Next best supported, number 5, God's Plan at 5-1 and Salute the Don at 6-1 in the 6 box. Brad Rickman picks up the homestretch call with a front-running favourite in control.
A quarter of a mile to go. It is Sir Don in charge, large and in charge. The rider having a peep over his shoulder as they drive past the 3/16th, down against the rail. That's the stablemate God's Plan, but Sir Don is in complete control. Let loose now and explodes and begins to draw right away from this field. This is murder. This is a slaughter. Sir Don, so much better than these. He's down in the end, will win by double digits. Sir Don in charge, wins it easily.
On an afternoon stroll, Sir Don all alone at the end under champion jockey Roman. Second consecutive spun to run off spring to win the Mr. Sensational after Unspun's victory last year. And second Mr. Sensational win in 3 years for owners Oak Ridge Farms, whose Digital One landed the 2023 edition. Sir Don, in a stakes record 1 minute 26.33 seconds, captures the Mr. Sensational Trophy for trainer Anthony Nunes over Salute the Don in an Oak Ridge Farms 1-2 finish. The victory margin 16 1/4 lengths. Saturday's other trophy race, run in honor of the 1982 Horse of the Year, Kaz Hoshay, was a novice sprint, serving up a showdown between last year's 2000 Guineas winner California Crown and the 5-year-old mare Fortuna Bell in her first Cayman Spark start after 5 wins at Gulfstream Park in Florida. And those were the leaders off the final bend.
Out in front and traveling strongly, that's California Crown with that lead. Here now is a cookie, rather Fortuna Bell kicking in on the outside. California Crown, Fortuna Bell needs to find 2 lengths. Zulu Warrior now coming with a rush down against the rail, but it is California Crown driven to the max inside the final 16. Zulu Warrior running best of the rest. California Crown and Robert Halladine will win the Kaz Hoshay Trophy.
A no-nonsense ride there from Halladine, getting the job done after vigorously hustling the colt out of post position 1. Second Kaz Hoshay win this in 3 years for the champions, trainer Jason Acosta and owner Carlton Watson, that won the 2023 edition with Madeline Sunshine. California Crown takes a step down from grade 1 opposition he has faced in recent months, and the colt says thank you very much for the easier job.
Yeah, it's a bit rough up in open allowance. He finally got eligible back to come back down to overnight, and he's pretty comfortable every time he comes back down to overnight.
Like I said, make every post a winning one. And we did exactly that.
California Crown wins the Kaz Hoshay by a length and a quarter as a 2-1 second favourite, clocking 1 minute 7.80 seconds for 5.5 furlongs. Owner Watson's 41st win of the season this, just 2 shy of the record number of wins for an owner in a racing year in Cayman Park history. That mark of 43 by Cecil Charlton from all the way back in 1977. Also grabbing some of the spotlight Saturday, popular trainer Lawrence Fremantle achieving his 300th career win via victory in Saturday's 6th race with Phoenix Risen.
In the past week too, the funeral service for the veteran jockey O'Neal Mullings at the Tent City Church in Portmore.
The Cayman Spark fraternity, family and friends in attendance to celebrate the life of the 49-year-old jockey who was murdered in a gun attack in mid-September. 2 men from the Waterhouse community where the murder took place are being investigated over the jockey's death. Popularly known as Lester Piggott and Iron Man because of numerous injuries he recovered from to continue riding, Mullings was really liked in the local racing fraternity. He had a 23-year career with 416 winners.
And even though it's more than 10 weeks since his tragic passing, the racing community in Jamaica still coming to grips with this O'Neal Mullings heartbreak. We're heading to Barbados now, where the Sir Charles Williams Memorial Breeders' Classic was Saturday's feature at the Garrison Savannah.
The odds showing as a top entries, number 4, 2023 Breeders' winner, undisputed at 5-1, Aries in the 5 box at 6-1, and in the 9 box, the Derby winner, Nostradasa, the big 3-4 favourite. Let's get Dean Springer's commentary now with a favourite in front and beyond recall.
She's about 12 lengths clear now of Capricat and Queen of the South, who are hard ridden, so too is Aries. On the inside, Rockin' Tourist next, and Nostradasa has played catch if catch can, and so far none can do so. She turns for home in front by about 9 lengths on the left-hand drive. Rockin' Tour on the inside staying on, so too is Capricat, but Nostradasa has put this field to bed. She's going to romp home, wins it now.
5th win this year from 9 starts for Mr. RJ's 3-year-old filly Nostradasa, all with Jarrell Beckles aboard. 8th lifetime victory this for the Richard Dean trained filly, who becomes the 4th Derby winner in the last 5 years to win the Breeders' Classic after Gandalf, War Eagle and Hurricane. Nostradasa wins the Sir Charles Williams Breeders' Classic ahead of Raconteur by 9 1/4 lengths as the odds-on favourite, clocking 154.20 for 9 furlongs as she races her stocks for Horse of the Year honours.
The teenager Slade Jones is the latest in the Barbadian Jones jockeyship dynasty and the 2022 Sovereign Award winner as Canada's Apprentice Rider of the Year enjoyed his biggest ever purse win on Saturday at Woodbine.
Aboard the Outsider, Fire and Wine in Saturday's $250,000 Coronation Futurity Stakes for 2-year-olds, Slade, grandson of the legendary Challenger Jones and son of the brilliant Jono Jones, skillfully used the 4th longest shot in the field to execute a gate-to-wire win.
Down in the stretch in the Coronation Futurity, Fire and Wine going on with the job really well. 4 lengths in front of Dixie Law Military Time. I'm Your Medicine Man Outwider, but Slade Jones and Fire and Wine are explosive and a gate-to-wire performance, and Fire and Wine a dominant winner of the Coronation Futurity.
Jones with Fire and Wine too hot to handle in cold conditions at Woodbine. Slade's dad, Jono Jones, had won this race 22 years ago. Back in 2003 with a 3-to-1 bet, a bit of gold, and the 19-year-old Jones knew he had a great shot here despite the long odds.
I had a lot of confidence in him, you know. I know he's a real good horse. I get on him all the time. You know, he just has that big stride, you know, just keep rolling. So I told myself I'd go to the lead and just keep, you know, make them come after me, and it played out great that way.
3 weekend wins in all for Jones. Paul Ryder's Fire and Wine wins the Coronation Futurity by 5 lengths at 16-to-1 odds, topping the 6-to-5 favourite Military Time in a 9th furlong winning time of 151.90.
And check out this last story from Gulfstream Park in Florida, where the Jamaican jockey Rajiv Mirage won the Pulpit Stakes for 2-year-olds following some rare dead heat and disqualification drama.
Aboard the 8-to-1 bet, Glorious Boy Mirage and the Red Silks is ranging up here to challenge the leader Bronze Bullet to set up a thrilling and rough last furlong, watched by Peter Yellow.
Bronze Bullet wanders with a clear lead. Glorious Boy ducks to the rail and runs at him. Glorious Boy starts to gain ground. Bronze Bullet and Glorious Boy in deep stretch. Glorious Boy surging. Bronze Bullet alongside. Win picture.
A dead heat, the photo finish could not separate them, but the stewards would, ruling that Mirage's mount here on the inside was impeded. The revised result giving the former Meadowbrook High School student Mirage the victory with 8-to-1 bet Glorious Boy in the Pulpit Stakes, clocking 140.74 for a mile and 70 yards.
Our weekly tally now of Caribbean wins in the USA and Canada. Before we go, in the past week I've counted 38 among the regional winners. The Barbadian trainer Devon Gittins with a whopping 7 victories at Woodbine. Barbadian trainer Safi Joseph Jr. had 3 wins at Gulfstream Park, where the Barbadian rider Micah Husbands also won 3, and the Jamaican trainer Rowan Crichton won twice. And there was a Saturday double at Charlestown for the Barbadian jockey Rashawn Latchman. So apart from this weekend's big Mouttet Mile in Jamaica, there's racing in Trinidad and Tobago, where the Triple Crown winner Headliner is entered for the Stewards Cup, and there's racing at the Garrison Savannah as well, where the Run Barbados Sprint Cup will be the main event. Presented by Imaging and Intervention Associates, this is Lance at the Track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.
Nasruddin Jr. Mohammed, owner of Nautical Star. That's the Ghana racing getting big, man. How soon we're going to get it regulated?
Well, very soon. The government is working feverishly to put a board together.
Yeah.
We recently had the legislation passed.
Yes.
Things are looking good for us. Within the next 6 months, the year we should be up 100%.
And what about the betting? People want to see the betting.
Yeah.
How soon might that happen?
Yeah, well, before the end of next year for sure.
This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.